Welcome, and thanks for riding with the Cowboy. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. God bless you. We're going to go over the Buccaneers' loss Sunday to the Atlanta Falcons, 31-17, the final game of the 2022 regular season, up in Atlanta. As you know, we were ahead at the halftime. We took Brady out, put Brian Gabbert in, our second-string quarterback, or backup quarterback, let's call him. And then we had Kyle Trask, our draft pick from 2 years ago, come in and play a couple series in the fourth quarter. During that, which time we lost the lead. We was ahead 17-10.5, and we pulled most of our starters out in preparation for our big game Monday night at Raymond James Stadium, wild card playoff game, the Bucs against the Dallas Cowboys. So it's a big game for us Monday night. We've achieved where we wanted to be. We've got into the playoffs, the Southern Division champs against the Dallas Cowboys. And so it's going to be a big game Monday night. As far as injuries concerned, I understand almost every Buccaneer is available, including Ryan Jensen, who has been out, and we've had questions all year about when he's coming back. We said probably the playoffs. Well, it's the playoffs, and he's probably coming back Monday night against the Dallas Cowboys in some capacity, maybe as a guard instead of a center. Vita Vea's back. All of our players are back. Jamel Dean's back from turf toe. Carlton Davis is back. Most all of our players will be ready. Wirfs is coming back. Thomas Smith's playing. So we'll have our full team in this game. It's pivotal because you win and you go on, you lose and you go home. Other than that, we can only say that our team, as we have not known it since training camp, is back together, at least available to play in this particular game Monday night. So all the Sports Talk Cowboy fans and Buck Nation fans, and we're Bucks, all of us, get out and support this team Monday night. It's a sold-out game down at Raymond James Stadium. Get down there and there's off of Hines on Leroy Street. Get out in the stadium parking lot and enjoy yourself. Get some good tailgating going on Monday night, and get in there and make a lot of noise for our team to win this game against the Cowboys. Injury front looks good. Come back from injury looking good. So I think we're as healthy as we're going to be, and we are what we are. We've seen what we are this year. We just got to hope that we can get back to where we once were when all the players were there. And it's going to be a first-time dress rehearsal for it in the playoffs. So that's the big game Monday night with the Bucs. We'll be following it, and there'll be other games being played in the playoffs this week. The 49ers and the Seahawks, the Bills and the Dolphins, the Jaguars and the Chargers. There'll also be the Cowboy-Buck game. So that there's plenty of games going on this week. Bengals-Ravens, playoff games. Winners go on, losers go home. So we're going to continue to follow that. On the coaching front, there were some firings. As we know, the Denver Bronco head coach had been fired. Indianapolis Colt interim coach Saturday, has been relieved. Wilkes, the coach of the Panthers, has been relieved. And Cliff Kingsbury, the coach of the Arizona Cardinals, was fired. Also, Lovie Smith was fired from the Houston Texans. So there's a lot of coaching vacancies out there, a lot of rumors floating around about where the coaches are going. We'll continue to keep you up to date on what we know about this. But the first things first, the playoffs, and what we have to do to beat the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott had a bad game last week against the Commanders. He threw a lot of picks. He's been throwing a lot of picks the last 3 or 4 games. We can hope Jamel Dean, Sean Murphy-Bunting, and Carlton Davis can get back there and catch him a few interceptions, and we can turn the tide on the Cowboys early. So continue to support the Bucs team, especially Monday night. And we'll be watching the rest of these games as they go on, the playoff games, wild card weekend this weekend, and the coaching carousel as it would be. In the national championship college football game, TCU was beaten 65-7 by Georgia. They won the second back-to-back national championship in football. So congratulations to Georgia Bulldogs. You did this last year on this program, congratulating the Georgia Bulldogs in Kirby Smart And we are congratulating Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs again this year as national champions of college football. Congratulations, Bulldogs. And congratulations to TCU Horned Frogs for getting to the game, even though they got beat terribly bad, 65-7. Really, that's a beatdown, 65-7. I don't know if I think that's the all-time record beatdown, 65-7. But anyhow, congratulations to TCU. I want to, for all our Sports Talk with the Cowboy fans, tell you we're going to have exclusive coverage of the NASCAR Daytona 500 in February, or in the next 2 weeks. It'll be the Rolex 24-hour IMSA race, one of the 3 crown jewels of endurance racing in the world at Daytona. Of course, the second jewel is here at Sebring, and the third is at Le Mans. But there are going to be new prototype cars in the race this year. BMW is going to be in the prototype class with 2 cars. Porsche is coming back after 15 years not being in that top class with 2 cars. And then there's Acura, and then there's the Cadillac. So a lot of action to be covered in that Rolex race, and getting ready for the Daytona 500 in February, which will be the kickoff of NASCAR. We'll continue to bring you coverage as they continue to get closer. We're also covering our Lightning. We've been on a 2-game skid. We lost last night, 5-1. We've had a little bit of a downtime. We was on a 4-game winning streak, but we're still early. We're still in the top 3 in the Atlantic, in our division, Atlantic Conference. So everything's okay with the Lightning. Our goalie, Vasilevsky, was out in the last couple of games, and that surely hurts us because he's the greatest goalie in all of hockey. So we'll keep you posted on where the Lightning goes at our next show. And we've been covering the Rays. Free agent period, no new signings to speak of. They're going to try to get Randy Arozarena a new contract. They're working on that within the next few weeks. And some of these players, they don't want to be free agents. They're trying to get re-signed before the start of the season. We're still open for a left-handed batter. We need one badly with the Rays this year. Pitching was okay, but the batting was terrible. So we're going to continue to keep you abreast of all that we know about the Rays and what their future holds in February when the pitchers go back with the catchers and start spring training for the Tampa Bay Rays. Go Rays. Now we're going to take our questions tonight. And the first question is from Chris. And Chris wanted to know what I thought about the Jaguars making the playoffs this year. And Chris, I've been covering the Jaguars this whole year. And DJX and myself have made it clear to all of the viewers and the fans of the show that we thought the Jaguars are going to make a push this year. They only won 4 games in 2 years. 4 games, 2 years. They got a new coach, Doug Peterson. We told you Doug Peterson is going to do things up in Jacksonville. They are in the playoffs. So, Chris, that's big for your Jaguars. You've done a great job. You're 9-8. You're the division champs. You are in the playoffs. And, Chris, for the first time in 18 years, Miami, Tampa, and Jacksonville are all in the playoffs. Every NFL team in Florida made the playoffs for the first time in 18 years. So your Jaguars, a lot of people would have never picked the Jaguars to make the playoffs and win the division, and they've done it. So God bless you, Chris, and thank you for your question. The next question is from Jackie, and Jackie wanted to know about Ryan Jensen, whether he was going to play. And Jackie, Ryan Jensen's going to play. I have been told from some sources I have inside that he will play. What position, I do not know. I don't think personally, Jackie, it will be center. I think he will play guard because he don't have to lay his head down and not be able to be in as much of a cadence and he hasn't had any experience this year. Of course, he's a veteran. We don't know the extent of his injury. No one really does. But he's been practicing for the last 3 weeks. And if you're going to use him and you're going to practice him, you better play him on Monday night because if you lose, the season's over, Jackie. So I think Jensen will play. And Jackie, I think it'll be guard. God bless you, Jackie, and thank you for your question. The last question tonight is from Olga, and Olga wanted to know what I thought of who I'd pick now as the Super Bowl teams. And I really don't know, Jackie, because I don't want to say anything against my Buccaneers and jinx them in the AFC, Jackie. I mean, Olga, I will say I believe it'll be Cincinnati Bengals. I believe the Cincinnati Bengals will be the AFC representative in Arizona in the Super Bowl. I'm not going to say anything about the NFC because it's just bad jinx kind of stuff, and I don't want to say. I want to say Buccaneers all the way, and I am Buccaneer all the way, and we are Buccaneer all the way, but I don't want to jinx it by saying who will win the NFC other than Tampa Bay. Okay, God bless you, Ugo. Thank you for that question. DJX, what you got for me?
Well, Cowboy, you know how we do it. Let's get right off into it, buddy. 49ers feel like they have Geno Smith's number. What you think?
Well, they have played Geno Smith tough. They beat him down. They play him twice a year, and they could be right. They're the best defensive in all of football. Statistically, I still believe the Cowboys have got as good a defense, but the 49ers has got an impeccable defense. And Geno Smith has not had a great career against them as a starter with the Seahawks, but he's been adequate, and anything can happen. But they could be right. They're going to get a chance to show if they're right or not come Saturday.
Right. Damar Hamlin discharged from Buffalo General Medical Center. What you think about that?
Great thing, Damar Hamlin. Of course, he died in front of all of us a couple of weeks ago, but he's out of the center. When he left from Cincinnati, he went to Buffalo for a few days observation because he got flown there. But all things were great, and he's out of the hospital at home with a full-time nurse, of course, which is great. I expect to see him at the Bill Dolphin game, to be honest with you. Everybody get ready for this. Damar Hamlin at the Buffalo Bill football game when they play the Dolphins in a scene out of a fairy book. You see, mark my words here, Cowboy and DJX is calling it. Watch and see. Damar Hamlin, he'll be at the game.
You saying he playing the game?
No, absolutely. He'll never play ever again, but he'll be in the game. He'll be sitting up there in the suite with the owners, where the fans can see him and clap.
Yeah.
And the players can see him and clap.
Yeah.
And you know how this whole thing's unfolded. Oh, that's going to just energize those Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, because he ain't playing.
Oh, no.
All right. Bears lock up number one pick after Texans comeback win.
Lovie Smith was going to be fired, and he knew he was going to be fired as a coach of the Texans. And he could have kicked an extra point for a tie. He could have went for 2 points, won the game, and cost the Texans the first pick.
Right.
So he went ahead and went for the 2 points, cost the Texans the first pick. They fired him the next day.
Dang.
But Lovie was smart when he got hired. The Texan owner said, "We'd like you to be the head coach. We'll give you $4 million a year. The second year we'll guarantee after the first year." He said, "Well, wait a minute. Give me a 4-year deal, guarantee all the years, $3 million a year. You fire me any time, you still owe me $12 million."
Right.
So after he did this stunt that he made the 2-point conversion, he was going to be fired anyhow. They fired him. Of course, he collected his $9 million more dollars.
Right.
So, he did go for the 2-point conversion, make it, and he got the second pick, the Texans did, and the Bears got the first pick. But, if you're a Texans fan, don't feel so bad because the Bears have got their quarterback in Justin Fields just last year. They're not going to pick quarterback. You need one. You'll get that quarterback at number 2. Ain't nobody from Chicago going to pick him. Oh, yeah, the Cowboy, but Chicago could trade their number 1 pick. What would you give me for the number 1 pick? You'd have to give me a lot. And there's 3 quality quarterbacks, and the Texans are picking second. So they're going to get somebody, okay?
Right.
It's not like they fell out of the whole damn draft.
All right. DeAndre Swift tries a massive hurdle at Lambeau for a second straight year. What you think about that?
Old Swift likes to make that jump over the dang player, and he tried to do it, and the guy just kind of got him in the shoulder and kind of stopped him from making the complete jump.
So they getting on to his signature move.
Yeah, they're getting to figure it out. They figure I guess they watched it enough on film that they know what he's going to do, and they're kind of trying to react to it. He almost got away with it. He's real good at it.
All right. Packers regain lead on Rodgers' 13-yard touchdown laser to Lazard. Well, let's go off into the playoffs.
Okay.
All right. The playoff picks. Who you got? San Francisco versus Seattle Seahawks.
I want to say Seattle, but I think that's getting out on the limb a little bit. But I'm going to say Seattle. I'm just going to say Seattle just to say it, because I'm going to say Seattle.
I'm going 49ers on that one,
Okay.
Cowboy.
And that's the pick that Vegas has got them by 7. So, okay, you're going with the right pick, okay? I'm going out on some of these picks now.
All right. Next pick, we got L.A. Chargers, Jacksonville Jaguars.
I got to go with the Jaguars, even though in my heart of hearts, the Chargers are going to give them a hell of a game, and the Jaguars might be, the lights might be too bright. They won the division. This is a baby team, and they made the playoffs. So, but they're in Jacksonville, so I'm going to go with the Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jaguars with you on that one, Cowboy. I ain't really too big on the L.A. Chargers.
Nah.
All right, we got the Bills versus the Dolphins.
Well, they got a third-string quarterback with the Bills. I'm talking third string. Dadgummit, they're playing the Bills, and we just said what's going to happen when he's there. Number 3's in that booth, and have the electricity in that stadium. Buffalo.
All right, Cowboy going Buffalo. Me, of course, Dolphins is my favorite team.
Well,
one of my favorites.
So. I love the Dolphins after the Bucs.
I'm gonna ride with them that they whoop their ass on this one.
We bleed pewter, we bled orange, we bled creamsicle. We bled it since 76. But after this team here, it's the Dolphins, and then it's the Jags, because they're Florida.
Giants, Vikings.
I'm going with the Giants.
I'm going with the Giants with you.
Because they tough. And I think that's one thing Vikings don't have is toughness. Kirk Cousins and all that, and this, that, and the other, and they're a good team. And with the Giants missing the field goal just 2 weeks ago, the Giants would have beat them. So they're really a good fit to have a tough game, but I'm going Giants.
Okay. I'm going Giants with you on that. Bengals and the Ravens.
Bengals, because the Ravens don't have Lamar Jackson. He's out. He won't be playing, so they don't have a first-string quarterback. And the Bengals are just too good.
We both going on the Bengals on that. And last but not least, Bucs and the Cowboys.
Bucs all the way.
All the way.
We're going all the way with the Bucs, and we hope they have a good game. We hope the offense can get out there and do something. And we hope that dadgum Mike Evans and Tom Brady have the same kind of game they had against the Panthers and score 3 touchdowns by the air, get the running game going, and maybe with Jensen in there with all the line back together for the first time because they'd ever played together none during the whole year. Maybe that blocking will open up a little bit more running and everybody have a great game and we score a lot of points.
Yeah, we need to win.
We got to win. If we don't win, then, well, there's no tomorrow if we don't win.
No tomorrow. That's what I got for you tonight, Cowboy.
Well, God bless you, DJX, and God bless you and all the people that support us. Continue to share our show. Leave your comments, and thank you, and God bless you. Be kind to others. Until next time, Cowboy out.